Okay, here we go. Hello, welcome to what is probably, maybe, supposed to be a new series of videos based on my Minecraft world. This abomination. See, I've been dragging this save around since April 2011, so that's almost 8 years. 3 months and 3 months left and it'll be 8 years. So there's a lot of shit in it. Those of you that know me know that I have a lore called Ximi or Ximizhlum. It's basically a fantasy world where I do shit, write shit, design shit, whatever, just another fucking fantasy world. There's like a trillion of them. And I happen to have one of them. And at first it came from Minecraft, because I was just messing around. So look at these fucking old ass saves. I haven't played them since 2011. This is the very first I had. Anyway, I haven't played the... I had... Originally, the Ximi lore came from Minecraft, where I did a bunch of random shit. I built shit, I took a bunch of shit from Elder Scrolls or Warcraft or whatever the fuck I happened to want, and I kind of just messed around in it, and at first it was just a mishmash of random shit. And in 2016 I decided, fuck it, I'll make it truly my own thing. And thus, Ximizhlum was born. Through my urethra. Anyway, so the idea for this series is to go through that big Minecraft world I have and just check things and see what influenced Ximizhlum, what became canon in Ximizhlum, what was changed in Ximizhlum, or what was completely abandoned. And just show my shit off like a fucking narcissist. So, here we go. Yes, penis. That is exactly what I was thinking as well. That is Ximizhlum. Ximizhlum in a nutshell, or I guess a nutsack. Anyway, this is a random fucking island outside of this. So, for the first episode, I thought I would start with this town, which is called Rotuna. Rotuna. And this fort whose name I don't remember. And if possible, I'll go... There's two other towns there and there, plus another fort over there, but I might do that later. Anyway, starting with Rotuna. So the thing about Rotuna... Why did I fall into water? Yeah, the thing about Rotuna is that it started out as a little colony. See, this was built in early 2012. Ignore that ship. That's when Minecraft released its jungle update thing. So I was over there, over the sea, and I decided, man, I want to get some of this new shit into my world, you dig? And so I didn't really sail, I more like flew over there since I'm in creative. But yes, I flew over here and I noticed it, and I decided to just build around it. And this was supposed to be like a symbol, and holy shit, the music is too loud, hang on. And I built this big ass cross. This was supposed to be like a lighthouse and fort to defend this place. I was like 15, so whatever, man. So while sailing, you would see this from everywhere, hence why it's built out of this glowstone. And then the rest of the town of Rotuna came to be, and then the fort, which is actually a cross when you look at it, and it has old Proto Ximizhlum. Basically, all of this is Proto Ximizhlum. It isn't official, so Rotuna, the name, I don't fucking know where it came from. 1272, that's not really a canon age. Personally, I would probably say it was built around 1240, 1250, something like that. Anyway, let's explore. These were supposed to be banners. What is the human empire? You know, the purple is its main color and shit. So you enter it from here, this tiny fucking quote-unquote dock. I had to blow my nose because it was seriously getting on my fucking nerves. There's the penis island. But yes, you enter through this little fucking dock thing. And you look, there's fucking nothing. There's the way into the town, but this actually constitutes the town as well. I mean, it's fucking ugly when you look at it. Yeah, it is. But this is part of the town. This is supposed to be like the town hall. Something. When you look in here, you have like this is the tower you see from the outside, the big ass cross. But we'll get to that later. In here you have a bunch of supplies, some planks, some fucking stone. This isn't even cannon stone. Then you have mithril. Wait, no, that's called iron in Minecraft. Whatever, man. Pumpkins and some fucking garbage. There's fucking nothing in these. Oh, what's this? Wait, how do I... Oh yeah, I have fucking Chen. That's cute. Yeah. So here people would live in here. Not just... Yeah, it was the town hall, but normal people would live here as well. Here's one of the trees. You can go up or go later. And here we have like one of the tents that people lived in here. And I was a fucking weeaboo, so obviously the name would be Nahira Ibarazaki. Ibarazaki was probably from Toho? Kasen Ibarazaki, yeah. No, that's Kasen Ibaraki. Well, whatever, man. Romanum, Hirasava. Just basically little tents where people live. Because they didn't have actual structures built, so the colonists had to live in fucking tents inside the main fort thing. Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Who fucking cares, right? This doesn't even have a name. So they lived inside the forts. But I don't know why I kept these trees. I honestly don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool to have them there. And so they are. Here you see over the sea. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna call this sea. I think Ximi. It's over there on the other side from here to there. You have the glowing coast region, and this is the so-called overseas region, which eventually, after the firmamental break became Aqualand. The Empire of Aqualand. Or, as it is known by all other countries, the Kingdom of Aqualand. Anyway, that's the Fort Council Hall, and here you had the Council Assembly thing. They would talk here and bullshit, I don't know. Numidius of Numidium, maps of the region. When maps were actually kind of useful. I don't know what maps do in modern Minecraft, whatever. I have the map in my head anyway, so who cares? Hideaki Lucius of Diclonia. See, Diclonia, I took that from Elfenlied, which is what I watched in 2011. And I named the city Diclonia at that point. It's not canon. It's not canon in actual Ximi, because that's just fucking bullshit. However, Horizon, or Horizon, or Horizont as it should actually be named, is an actual canonical city. So this guy came from Horizon, from the other side of the place. Why do I say Horizon if it's supposed to be Horizon? That's whatever. It's for the other side. There's nothing. So you have this little forting of Rotuna, and here you have the tower itself, which is kind of garbage. It's fucking nothing, of course. See, and you had here you had one of the wings. You would see out over the sea. You would see further across the Horsehoe Archipelago. You even had a functional cannon. Anyway, cannons aren't canon in Ximizhlum. Neither is gunpowder. It was for a while, but I've decanonized it because I don't really want it to go that way. You know, guns, gunpowder, all that shit. It's just fucking troublesome. You have the other side, which is the same as the previous. Except over there you have, what's the name of the city? Ximizhlum, I think. We'll see in another episode. Not this one. Fuck. Going further up you have the outer barricade, which also has a convoluted cannon. This one too, but I'm not gonna... Am I gonna set it ablaze? Holy shit, I think I might actually set it ablaze. Hang on. No? Okay, good. But yes. That's how it works, and it's the same on this side. That ship is copied. I didn't build that. So fuck that. And lastly, you have the highest point of the tower, which is just a flag. That's not even the cannon flag. I don't think I actually have a flag yet. I was thinking of making it something like a cross, like this, but this would be probably yellow and this would be purple rather than black, but whatever. It's basically this piece of shit done. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not great. It could be worse. Could be worse. Continuing onwards, here you get out of the forting. And you have Rotuna proper, which is a small village, I guess. Wolfguard the Nocturnal. I don't fucking know. He was supposed to live in a shrub. He lives inside a fucking bush, which I guess is kind of neat. And this was also built in 2012, like the whole fucking thing. So I built this, and then I built this kind of house, which didn't actually have a door. Instead it just had fucking leaves in the way. I'm not sure if I put these two here, or if it just ended up growing there. I have no idea. There you have a table, a chair, another fucking chair, blah blah blah. And then you can see, I didn't do much with this place. I don't know why, I just kind of lost interest in it, I guess. Here you have a well. I'm not gonna break it, because there's nothing down there. Actually, no, let's break it. Now I'm actually curious. Maybe there is something down there. Huh? Huh? No? No, it's just a fucking well. Okay, that was a waste of time. You have this well here. Doesn't even have a window. And I never finished the rest of the town because I got bored of it and I continued over to Sentiment, which we'll get to later. It has far more than this shit. Noros Faloni, some random dude, a generic house, you know, there's fucking nothing interesting. Continuing onwards, you have these trees. The trees are actually climbable. Well, I do not believe this one has anything. This one has an outpost of sorts, where you can, you know, get in there and just watch. It's kind of like a watchtower, I guess. They would watch here, there. They can watch everything. And this one is the same, yeah. You can see it was constructed like that. Makes no sense as an actual tree, but you know, whatever, man. Deinara and Akis, Prosterius, whatever those are. That's a second floor. Doesn't even have stairs or anything. Some structures I filled up and some I just kind of didn't bother. But who cares? Within Ximizhlum, Rotuna is a small town, village thing. You know, it is the first colony of humanity in the overseas region. When they started expanding over the water and shit. And this place, and one of the reasons Rotuna even came to be, which is barely even relevant, but I remember specifically that those weren't the thing yet. When I was messing around this little pond thing, and I was in a period of 2 weeks where my father was completely fucking drunk. He was on a drunken binge and I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks, and we honestly thought that he probably died. He got too drunk and died, but at the same time we didn't really believe that because these drunken binges, he used to do them like once a year. So it wasn't all that much of a thing. He's dead now, but who fucking cares, right? But yeah, this was built, so it must have been like February 2012 or something. Something along those lines. And here you have a shitty way, a really fucking bad gate thing, which, why does this not have anything? Oh fuck. Why was it built with spruces anyway? Oh, whatever. Yeah, and here you have the two banners again. Welcome to the colony of Rotuna, established 1272, blah blah blah. Further off you have the road through the jungle, into which then divides into Sentiment here and Tel Yuna there. But anyway, going back, you see this fort over there, right? So there's actually a way to get to it from inside, hidden behind this shitty little tree. Yes, this. This is really fucking lazy. I don't know, I never bothered finishing it. I guess I kind of lost interest. This was when I still built 2 blocks high ceilings. Then I actually started building 3 and 4 blocks high ceilings, but not back then. What's this? Where does this lead? Oh, I guess it's just some randomly generated cavern next to it. Next to, you know, my official shit. Whatever, man. Who gives a shit? You climb up here. See, these were built like this. There was a period of time where you couldn't actually stand on top of ladders. But they reverted that change because it was fucking stupid. That's why this thing was allowed. Whatever. I'll start from here. You have a bunch of fucking cannons. They don't even work. Fuck. Yeah, there's no ammunition. There is a ship that I took from some random map. I didn't build it. You basically have these cannons here. And this is pretty funny. You have these training dummies, right? This one has a sword. This one is fucking naked, naked, naked. This one has 2 spears for some reason. And this was supposed to be some sort of armor or helmet, I guess. This one has a spear, and this one. This is supposed to be a huge shield and a huge spear. And on the back it has a Takedan flag. See, back then, an actual Takedan skull. See, the lore for Takedans back then was completely different from what it is. Yes, they were still the oppressors. However, unlike in actual Ximi lore, Takedans during this time were simply some sort of fucking force, some army that came over the mountains and enslaved all the Imperials and shit. And this was supposed to be like a big one, a really fucking clunky, heavily armored one. Because some of them were bigger than the normal humans apparently, I guess. This flag, I kinda like it. The Takedan regime doesn't have an official flag, so I was thinking of using this eventually. But otherwise, it's just shite. Checking out the fort itself, it doesn't even have a name actually. But it looks like a cross. I've always liked crosses. They have a kind of nice build, I guess. They're simple, they're recognizable, and they look kind of cool. I was gonna say awesome, but I guess cool is more accurate. That's it for Rotuna. Yeah, basically. Before I started recording this, I thought I'd build a few more buildings here and finish the road and whatnot, and I mean, it's been like 7 years since I started this. 7 years since this fucking town. I guess it's about time, huh? Anyway, here you go into the jungle. You run through it. It's not particularly fascinating. I'm not sure where this... I know I wanted to build something from there to there, but it never went anywhere. There you have the thing or whatever. But it never went anywhere. So let's continue. So you continue through this jungle. This has a simple road and oh, what's this? Fucking lightning glitch. Thank you. You have an old bridge. Kashmir Sava Bridge, 1273. That was supposed to be named after Kane Kamishirasava from Toho, but I ended up writing it as Kashmirasava and said, ah, fuck it, I'll just go with that. It's a shitty little bridge. And this, over there you have Sentiment, and over there you can see like a small wooden structure. How can you zoom? Wasn't there a way to zoom? Fuck. Wasn't there a way to zoom? Alt, Control, Shift. Ah, whatever. But you see the small wooden structure there. That's Tel Yuna, a small village. And this entire place actually used to be made entirely of the jungle biome. It probably still says it, doesn't it? Biome, jungle, yeah. You can see it on the left. It was built so I spent forever removing every tree and removing every fucking piece of dirt. That was before MC Edit had a function to completely replace a certain block type in an area. So the idea was that these people they cut so much, it completely wiped out all the ecosystem, and the only thing remaining of the ecosystem is this small little farm over here. Tires of the Black Wolf, whatever that is. And you have a fucking donkey. Is it a horse? Or whatever, who cares? This tower actually used the Heian Tower. Yes, that's also a weebish shit. But whatever. This actually used to be in the middle of the jungle. There were trees around it and you could barely see it, but it was kind of there. So you're like a marker for people and shit. But nowadays, you know, it's just a fucking tower in the middle of nowhere. And you have a bunch of shit growing here. And this is like a shed, I believe, or a silo, I guess. Or maybe this is a silo. Yeah. I used to hide a lot of secrets, so I'm checking it out. I fucked this whole place up. I turned it from a... See, the cats even... The cats... Ocelots, or whatever they're called. They still spawn here because it's the jungle biome. It's just funny to me. Then you have a bridge, which used to stand over water as well. But the water is gone! They fucking drank it all up! The Kawashiro Bridge, also a fucking Toho reference. Because back then, in 2012, you know, summer and spring and even autumn, I was a lot into Toho. So I named everything after Toho shit. There was no real Ximi culture, no Ximi lore, nothing. It's just me fucking around and putting a bunch of random things together. Here you have an... Whoops. Here you have another fucking... well, which used to be in the middle of the jungle. It was supposed to be a place to help people if they need it. And there you have this thing! Oh my goodness gracious! This thing! Actually has its own lore as well. This was supposed to be like an escape route for for people from the Empire. From sentiment and whatever, and it just so happens to be connected to this. See, if I'm not sure where the entrance, it's somewhere in Tel Yuna, I believe, and maybe an entrance is in sentiment as well. But if I might find it, and if I don't, well, I'll just have to go here. Blah blah blah. This was jungle, and here you have. Oh yeah, there you have Rotuna that ways, you have Sentiment that ways, you have Tel Yuna that ways. And this was also all jungle. There was a desert over there for whatever reason, so I decided to turn everything into a desert. But here, out here, it was just a fucking jungle. This place was actually interesting. Cause I had I RP a lot when I played games like this, so I messed around and said, "There's a bandit hole," and there were roots here. There was a bandit living down here. The fuck is this? Nowadays it's abandoned. You have the dead fucking. It became abandoned once the bandits were killed, and the whole place became useless. And here you have their graves, actually. Juno Monius of Leasun, 1242-1273. David Monius of Leasun, 1251-1273. That's siblings. Bandit siblings, which actually lived down here. Huh, cute, isn't it? This was actually how I built campfires. We pull a nether stone in the middle and put a bunch of stones or cobblestones around it, and 4 slabs, and set it on fire, and it would look like a pit. Nowadays, I believe there is an official pit, so it's not really necessary to have these old ones. Fucking random mushroom. So it isn't really necessary to have. And this was also a thing. Ugh. God. Basically, it was like an escape route for them. If they got besieged from the front, they would just crawl through here and it led outside. I'm gonna try and find... Oh, sneeze! I'm gonna try and find it when I'm outside. But yeah, this bandit lair was flooded with water and abandoned. I don't know why these lightning glitches keep happening. Maybe because it's an old world, I don't fucking know. Whatever. And yes, I believe it was around autumn 2012 when I changed all of this into a desert. It might actually have been the start of 2013 as well. I'm guessing this is where the escape route ends, which is why I put a shrub there. But yeah, I mean, I stuffed it full of sand. I would have to dig through all that shit, and nah, I'm not doing that. But yeah, if they were besieged here, they would have just crawled out here, find themselves in the middle of the jungle and hide. Because you were in a jungle, what were they gonna do to you? Fucking nothing. There should be an anvil down here somewhere. If I remember correctly, I buried an anvil here for some reason. I don't know why, but I buried it there if I remember correctly. Moving onwards, you have... And yeah, you have this. This was like a little shrine. Back then, the gods that are in actual Ximizhlum didn't exist. What I had was basically an amalgamation of random gods from random games, and I believe this was the statue of Kinnereth from Elder Scrolls. Yeah, like this was her symbol, and this was here when the jungle was around, so passerbys could easily go up here, pray, and move on, and whatever the fuck. There's the other fort, but let's start with Tel Yuna. You walk over here, and you had another fucking... Oh. Another fucking well, yeah. There's nothing to this one as far as I remember, but if I remember correctly, there was like a hole here. It appears to be gone. I think it's because of the sand, because sand can't, you know, stand in the air, so it falls down. But anyway, there was like a small cave here. Let's check, actually. Yes! I knew it! Yes! I think it was a bit larger, but what does this say? What's up, mate? Miss me? I shall stalk you. That's when I put a bunch of random skulls into random places with random signs next to them. Saying a bunch of random shit. But I'm glad I was able to remember where it was exactly. Because if I was a little bit off, I would have not found it. Fuck. Let's hide it again, because honestly it doesn't deserve... No, not that it deserves to be seen, but it shouldn't be seen. That's the point of random ass secrets, right? Here's a fucking pig. Chickens and pigs, if I remember correctly. I was sitting here and just shooting random eggs into the air. Hence why there are so many random chicken here. I don't know why, I just thought it was fun to just bombard the air with chicken. It was a different, simpler time. I don't even remember the name of this desert. Zomar Desert. Nah. I'm probably not gonna call it that. It sounds kind of stupid. Anyway, here you have Tel Yuna. A shitty little... Ragahnsiir the satisfied. He's satisfied with his life. Oh, what a good guy. A shitty little village in the marshes. You had to get around by boats because there was nothing else. Nero Honda. That's when I experimented with this shit. See, I could have made them sideways, right? It would make more sense. But this was built before you could place 3 blocks sideways. And I never went to update it, and I don't think I will, because it's kind of charming in its own stupidity. I'll get to that island later. I believe there's something there. Here you have like a bakery, the Burrow Bakery. Don't play with the bakery, says Astrid Burrow. It's just a fucking simple ass bakery, you know. Here you have a field. Namo and Astrid Burrow. A shitty little house. Well, it's not really little, I guess. And yes, like I said, since it's a fucking marsh, you were supposed to get around on boats. And then you found this, the Drunken Suika Inn. Yes, another fucking Toho reference. But that's not the only one. The entirety of this fucking Horsehoe Archipelago is very much a Toho thing. Like here you have Mai Kirasame, you have Remy Hakure, Maduri Scarlet, Flan Scarlet, Yuki Zaoi. It's a bunch of fucking Toho shit. The fuck? Falanor Darkhide. No idea where that came from. Oh, yeah. Here, you finally could do it, which is why you could finally put them sideways, which is why I did what I did. And this is just another fucking random tower. My random towers are the same, it's just a bunch of fucking floors, which end in a little view. This here thing, I have no fucking idea why that is. No, that's the temple thing, right? For some reason, this came during one of the newer upgrades from like 2016 or 15 maybe. It was supposed to be like this underwater place that you could randomly find an underwater temple. It completely fucked my lore. I don't know why it spawned right next to a place which I had already visited, but it did. It basically fucked everything up. You have a bunch of random routes. I don't know where they go. Well, that's basically all there is to Tel Yuna, and a lighthouse. See? It was a really fucking primitive lighthouse. It's kind of cute. But god, it's ugly. Whom did it belong to? Lighthouse of Tel Yuna, Sinkyo Okazawa. Yeah, sure, dude. So the thing I wanted to talk about is this island little here, which actually houses a secret. An adorable secret, although I'm not sure where you enter it. Ah! Here we go. And this led to a sort of assassination guild thing that was led by the Emperor. The Emperor was in charge of this assassination group, who were called, they had a stupid name. They were called Akatsuki. Yep, those fucking Akatsuki from Naruto. And here's how I had the campfires and shit. But yeah, it was for a few assassins that kind of just lived down here. They were here guarding shit and whatnot, I don't know anymore. I don't think there's more to this hideout. The Akatsuki, by the way, and the whole assassination guild led by the Emperor is not canon. Not only the name isn't canon, it's just generally not canon because I don't want it to be canon. So this video was supposed to be like 40 to 50 minutes long, but once I had finished recording I noticed, holy shit, bruh! It's fucking 80 minutes! So I guess I have to chop this up into 2 parts. Again. And no one's gonna fucking watch this!